Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro on Tuesday made major changes to his cabinet, including leadership of the Oil and Finance Ministries and State Oil Company (PDVSA), after a contested election. Both the ruling party and the opposition claim to have won. The changes, which include a return to the cabinet by ruling party leader and famed hardliner Diosdado Cabello, and a change in duties for Vice President Delcy Rodriguez, who will add to the oil ministry to her brief, came as Maduro shifted his rhetoric away from the election dispute and towards promised changes. The disagreement over the July 28 election has sparked international calls for the release of full vote tallies, deadly protests, and moves by country's prosecutor to investigate the opposition and to arrest journalists, even as the opposition insists a change in government is still possible. The cabinet changes are, quote-unquote, a profound renovation of the national government, and we are putting together a new team which will help us to transition everything for the era, open new paths, speed the changes the people need, Maduro said during an event broadcast live. Some of the suspects arrested for setting fire to sugarcane fields in Sao Paulo state told police they are linked to an organized crime gang and were retaliating for anti-crime actions by the government. The fires that started last week spread rapidly through parched fields during the weekend at the peak of the country's dry season and destroyed thousands of hectares of sugarcane plantations, sending clouds of smoke that cloaked nearby cities. State Agriculture Secretary said that fires started at different locations at the same time, which indicated that they were not accidental. The government suspects that one of Brazil's largest crime gangs, PCC, was behind the fires, seeking to retaliate against measures to combat the criminal trade. Organized crime has brought bankrupt fuel plants and hundreds of gas stations, he said, adding that the fires could be a way of retaliating against government actions combating organized crime. PCC was set up in 1993 by inmates at a maximum security prison in Sao Paulo and moved from drug trafficking to become Brazil's most powerful and feared criminal gang. Agriculture Minister Carlos Favero earlier described the fire in sugarcane fields as criminal, but he gave no details. More than 2,100 fire blazed in sugarcane fields, resulting in the burning of 59,000 hectares of sugarcane areas and crop regrowth areas. Sao Paulo accounts for about half of Brazil's sugarcane planting. The fires caused losses estimated at $63.59 million, according to the Organization of Cane Producers Associations. And now for some international news. Leading UK doctors urged the government on Tuesday to pass legislation to tackle, quote-unquote, a vaping epidemic, in particular among young people, by banning disposable e-cigarettes and all flavors, apart from tobacco. The call came alongside a publication of a British Medical Association (BMA) report, which is said was a blueprint for the bold action needed. The previous Conservative government unveiled plans earlier this year to eventually phase out smoking, alongside banning disposable e-cigarettes and restricting their flavors and packaging. The new Labour administration, which swept to power early last month, has revived the draft legislation, but it is yet to detail the exact approach. The BMA report noted that vape use among children and young people has increased almost sixfold in the last decade. It implored the government not to shy away from taking brave action in order to stem the trend. He noted 1 in 10 adults now vape, while calling the sixfold increase in those aged between 11 to 17 who now vape far more worrying. The BMA also wants curbs on advertising and marketing and rules keeping vapes behind retail counters and not on display. Meanwhile, it is recommending government education campaigns on the dangers of vapes to reduce their appeal, especially among youngsters. A Department of Health and Social Care spokesperson said marketing vapes to children and young people was utterly unacceptable. Thank you for watching. I am TIANA Cole.